Alright, so moment of truth. Let's see if she starts. So this is a very exciting video for you guys. We're taking a little bit of a turn in the road, so to speak. Ever since the first upload years ago on this channel, it's pretty much been encompassing S chassis, Nissan, a little bit of drifting here and there, but primarily just on Nissans. Just because I love them, and it's pretty much what I started on and continued with. Just because, you know, when you're in your comfort zone, that's what you stick with, that's what you know. For the longest time now, I've been wanting to dive into the Rotary world. The Rotary world. You know, having childhood dream cars such as the FD, I've always found them super interesting and have wanted to own one myself. Now, as far as FCs and FDs, price range wise, it's pretty much out of the question just because the prices of these things have been going up like crazy. So we kind of settled on the next best thing and going with an RX-8, as you can see in the title. Now, I say we because I'm talking about myself and my girlfriend Carissa. She's actually been helping me behind the scenes with my S14, you know, just helping me clean up the motor, getting stuff painted off camera. So she's been wanting a project of her own, and we kind of put those two things together. My want to kind of branch out and try out the Rotary world, see what it's all about, you know, learn new things, and at the same time be able to build a new car that she can bring to the meets and, you know, call her own and do her own thing to it. In this video, you're gonna just see exactly how we picked it up, what it looked like, the condition it was in, and then taking her home. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video and are excited to go on this journey with us. So it's right there. Oh man, look at it. It's so ricery. Okay, so I didn't say it was perfect. But it's definitely a platform to start on. No offense to the person that built this car, if you are watching it, it's just not our style. So first things first, when we purchased this vehicle, the story was the person didn't know how to drive this, stick. They were still fairly new. Drove the car for maybe a month and had to park it because they were going up a hill, ended up killing it and was not able to start the car again. So I purchased this car with the intention of rebuilding the motor, thinking maybe compression went south. A lot of the times in these cars, the rotary loses compression due to the seals. Could have been the apex seals, it could be the side seals. If anything, it could be the actual water and oil seals. So we don't know, but I purchased this car for a very good deal with the assumption that we would have to rebuild the motor. I did some troubleshooting and we found out it really wasn't the motor. At first we thought maybe the battery was just dead. I wiggled the connections on the battery terminals and they were actually pretty loose. Tried that first and unfortunately that was not the fix. It would have been cool if that was as easy as changing the battery out or the terminals on them, but we switched that out and put a fresh new battery and unfortunately she still would not start. So I was thinking maybe the starter was just too weak. So we went ahead, took that to AutoZone. They tested it and said it was fine. I replaced it anyways for the revamped starter that's a little bit stronger for these cars and threw that in, and unfortunately that still did not crank over. It was the same thing. The starter was starting, it was working, but it was not turning the motor over even though it sounded like it was. So I went below and checked it out for myself, which I should have done when I took the starter out the first place, but hey, you live and you learn. Took it out and this is what we found. Well, I found my problem here. So new starter and sounded like it was just spinning in there, but the teeth on the flywheel just spin freely. After finding that, we knew that the flywheel was a culprit. So I didn't even mention this, but you'll see a lot of actual clutch debris right in that bell housing. They heated up the flywheel so bad that that press fit ring came off or got loose or whatever the case may be. It was no longer attached to the flywheel itself. So I was like, you know what, we're not gonna use this flywheel again, and I really wanna see if this can start. So I got my welder out and put a little tack weld strong enough that it would actually stay when the starter would engage. And this is what happened.
We ready?
All right, let's see. We can do this.
10th moment of truth. You can hear the fan.
I don't know, the other one tries to start that.
Go close the garage door. Baby, I don't want.
Oh my God.
Baby, I don't want all that exhaust going in there. It started.
It's good. She runs. Oh yeah, and she sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She started. Wow, motor sounds healthy. That's awesome.
So it just needs a clutch, huh?
Yep. So we're super excited and super psyched that it was literally just the flywheel. So, well, technically the flywheel and that clutch is completely smoked. So we've already ordered a new clutch kit and a new flywheel, so that way we can install it and hopefully get this thing running, you know, be able to start this build faster than, you know, we anticipated, because we're not having to rebuild the motor, which I will be on the hunt for another RX-8 because I still want to tear a 13B apart and rebuild it. Man, have a second project. I don't know, we'll see. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.